Vladimir Putin, the enigmatic leader of Russia, has once again extended an olive branch to the United States. He has expressed his willingness to engage in talks with newly elected President Donald Trump. This unexpected move has sent ripples across the globe, sparking hope and apprehension in equal measure. Could this be the beginning of a new era in U.S.-Russia relations, or is it merely a tactical maneuver by Putin to further his own agenda? The world watches with bated breath as these two powerful leaders prepare to potentially meet. The stakes are incredibly high, with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine casting a long shadow over any potential dialogue. The shadow of the Ukraine war looms large over these potential talks. The conflict has become a major point of contention between Russia and the West, pushing relations to their lowest point in decades. Putin's decision to extend this offer to Trump is no coincidence. The two leaders have a complex history, marked by both admiration and animosity. Trump has previously spoken of Putin in complimentary terms, praising his leadership qualities. Putin, in turn, has acknowledged Trump's unpredictability as a negotiating tactic. This strange dynamic between them adds another layer of complexity to an already delicate situation. The world waits to see if this potential meeting will be a step towards peace and stability, or further escalate tensions between these global superpowers. The outcome of these talks could have far-reaching implications for the future of international relations. To understand Putin's motives, one must delve into the Kremlin's perspective on the Ukraine conflict. Putin views Ukraine as a crucial buffer zone between Russia and the West, a sentiment rooted in history and geopolitics. He sees the eastward expansion of NATO as a direct threat to Russia's security interests. The presence of NATO troops and military infrastructure in Eastern Europe is unacceptable to the Kremlin. Putin has repeatedly stated that Russia's actions in Ukraine are a response to this perceived threat. He claims that the West has been encroaching on Russia's sphere of influence, attempting to weaken and isolate the nation. From his perspective, the conflict in Ukraine is not merely a regional dispute but a larger struggle against Western hegemony. In recent months, Putin has intensified his rhetoric, accusing the Ukrainian government of being a puppet of the West. He has also warned of the dangers of NATO expansion, drawing parallels to the Cold War era. Putin's hardline stance suggests that he is not willing to back down easily. For Putin, the stakes in Ukraine are incredibly high. He has staked his reputation and legacy on the success of this operation. The outcome of the conflict will have a significant impact on his hold on power and Russia's standing on the world stage. Donald Trump's return to the White House has injected a new element of uncertainty into the equation. Known for his unconventional approach to foreign policy, Trump has been critical of U.S. involvement in foreign conflicts. He has repeatedly questioned the rationale behind America's commitment to NATO and its allies. During his previous presidency, Trump adopted a more conciliatory tone towards Putin, even suggesting that Russia could be a potential partner in combating global terrorism. This stance put him at odds with many within his own party and the intelligence community who viewed Putin as a hostile actor. Now, with his return to power, the world waits to see if Trump will revert to his previous stance or adopt a more confrontational approach towards Russia. Trump's past statements on Ukraine have raised eyebrows in both Washington and Kiev. He has suggested that Ukraine might have to cede territory to Russia as part of a peace deal. This statement was met with condemnation from the Ukrainian government, which has vowed to fight for every inch of its territory. While Trump's exact intentions remain unclear, his willingness to engage with Putin directly suggests a potential shift in U.S. foreign policy. Whether this shift will lead to a peaceful resolution in Ukraine or further complicate the situation remains to be seen. The potential for renewed dialogue between the U.S. and Russia has sparked a mixture of hope and anxiety among the international community. European allies, caught in the middle of this geopolitical tug-of-war, are particularly apprehensive. They fear that any deal struck between Washington and Moscow might come at their expense. The assassination of Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov, a prominent figure in the Russian military, has further heightened tensions. Putin has blamed Ukraine for the assassination, calling it an act of terrorism. This incident threatens to derail any hopes of a diplomatic solution, pushing the two nations closer to the brink. The international community is grappling with the implications of these developments. The potential for miscalculation and escalation is high, with the specter of nuclear conflict looming in the background. The stakes have never been higher, and the world watches nervously as these two powerful nations navigate this dangerous new chapter in their relationship. The outcome of this high-stakes game of geopolitical chess will have profound and lasting consequences for the entire world. Whether these talks lead to a thaw in relations or further escalate tensions, the world holds its breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution to this dangerous standoff.